Hi, I'm Jeff Smith from Kubota UK Construction Machinery Sales, and today I'm going to give you an introduction and a walk around of our new U27 2.6 zero tail excavator. So I'm going to give you a walk around the machine, but firstly we're going to look at the heart of the machine, its engine, the award-winning Kubota engine. So the engine for the U27 is housed behind a security panel, undone by a key. The panel then simply swings open. The engine in this model, just like the U25, is a D1105 engine, producing 21 horsepower. For maintenance, ever so easy, everything is one side on this engine, be it our fuel filter, sedimenter, oil filler, and oil filter down at the front of the engine just there. Also in addition we have the air cleaner housed just here. Our expansion bottle for the cooling system swings out as you open the engine cover, giving you good access and easily visible maintenance levels for the cooling system. Maintenance for our cooler now for the hydraulic system is now also improved by way of a vented hinged panel. Simply swings out after having undone a couple of securing bolts. That then gives us good access for our hydraulic oil cooler, our engine radiator, for ease of cleaning and maintenance. We've also increased now the distance between the two radiators, which again gives us far better maintenance between those two for unclogging of debris, that kind of material. So access for our hydraulic tank and our fuel tank now is under a secure lockable panel. Simply undone with the ignition key, the panel folds out with enough room to give you good access. So if we start with the hydraulic tank filler is positioned at this point. Moving forward we have our battery and also our fuel filling point. Now on this model we've improved things by doubling the size of the fuel filler neck. So getting fuel into this machine is now far easier. We've also raised the filler as well for ease of filling, but in addition to that we now also have an electronic filling aid. So once the fuel is starting to go into the tank, all the operator needs to do is by pressing this button will set an alarm which will give him some indication of how full the tank is, and as the tank becomes full. In addition, meeting manufacturing standard in relation to the battery, we now factory fit as standard an isolator. It's one that cannot be removed, but it can isolate the machine's electrics if it's going to be parked up for any length of time. So moving on to the front attachments, the working end of the machine effectively, our boom, dipper, bucket, each achiever gives us a dig depth of 2.82 metres. One thing that we've done on the U27-4 is we've now routed all the hoses for our dipper, bucket and service port pipes all the way through the centre of the boom, and that means there's no pipes mounted externally on top of the boom or down the side of the boom that potentially could get caught and get damaged. We have though provided a join point as the pipes pass through the king post on their way to the control valve. So should a pipe need requiring to be replaced, for example, there's now no need to hoik it all the way back to the main control valve, can be easily replaced. Moving down to the dozer, we've maintained dozer pipes, two-piece dozer pipes which are joined at the bulkhead. We still also pin and bush our king post onto the machine swivel frame. Moving forward to the dipper, we have our two service port pipes, give us two-way or one-way flow, whichever the operator chooses for the attachments he's running, and that will give you 48 litres a minute auxiliary flow. So fitted as standard on this machine, the U27-4 is our Kubota Anti-Theft Plus system. This utilises a unique key system. Only the program keys for this machine will start it. This system gives us Thatcham accreditation, but also gives our customers peace of mind, because machines in the range fitted with the anti-theft make them the most secure in the marketplace. So, a couple of features not found on the predecessor model of the U25, but now fitted as standard on our U27. Firstly, tie-dowel points on the upper swing frame. Once the machine's been loaded into a trailer onto the back of a lorry, it's now easy to now secure that machine to that lorry or trailer without having to ratchet strap potentially over the tracks, causing damage. Just moving to the side of the swing frame now. In addition, we've also added a lockable grease gun storage area on the machine. The grease gun is going to be laid in here, and it's also a big enough compartment that potentially it could also house a quick hitch lever. I'm now going to show you the cabin of our new U27. Firstly, the door opens and swings. Unlike all our range with cabs, the doors can lock into position. All our customers will then find a nice, much larger entrance into the cab. So once in the cabin, I'm now sat in a much more luxury seat. It's now a Grammer mid-suspension high-back cloth seat in the cab version. It'll be a vinyl seat in the canopy. Once the lock lever is put into work position, obviously the engine needs to be started. With it in the race position for health and safety, but once in work the lock lever is lowered. My wrists are supported by two very comfy wrist rests, which are also adjustable for different requirements. Other levers within the cab fall nicely into place, with my dozer lever to my right hand side. But one big feature now over the U25 on the new U27 is of course our new Kicks panel, our Kubota intelligent control system. This panel is now the same as found on the KX0150, 16 and 018 versions, forward facing for the operator, so immediately in his line of sight of work, so he can keep a close eye on engine temperature, fuel level, and should any warning lights come on whilst he's at work, then he can easily see that there's something that he needs to address, be it something as simple as a low fuel level. Once in the cab itself, there's far more legroom for the operator to work with, and in addition he has now the luxury of a mid-suspension high-back cloth seat in our new U27 cab. The front window opening is far improved on what we had before. Two trigger switches both sides, and the use of gas dampers both sides allow the windows opened and locked into the race position far easier and far more securely than we had before.